Hello friends, this is Pastor Artur Pawlowski. We have a beautiful day here in our beloved Alberta, Calgary. The leaves are falling down. It's a beautiful sunny day. But what makes this day even more beautiful is our recent 2 days victory in a court system. Here is a little bit of the background story. If you remember, I went to pick up my registered mail that I received the slip to go and pick it up. It said on it that I'm the only one that can actually in fact go and pick it up, registered mail. So not thinking anything about it. I mean, I've done it many times. This was my Canada Post Office since my arrival in this beautiful country since 1995, believe it or not. That's where I used to pick up my mail. That's where I would send my mail. So I didn't think twice about it. I went to pick it up and the lady recognized me. So I'm standing there with the slip. I'm here to pick up the registered mail. Well, she would not have any of it. She refused the service, went and locked herself in her room and called the police. Why? Because she recognized me and I was not wearing a muzzle. Therefore, I have become a political target on a spot. So anyway, I've left the Shoppers Drug Marts, the Canada Post Office, and apparently the police was called, and I was charged later on with, and hear this out, with not wearing a muzzle, even though they all know I have a medical exemption. Also, they charged me with trespassing, which I did not receive at that time, but of course the law and order doesn't matter. And also I have been charged criminally for causing a disturbance, disturbing peace, by yelling, shouting, screaming, cursing, causing a disturbance. So anyway, I have been, as you remember, coming back with my wife from a rally in Leduc. On the way back, we were stopped by RCMP officers and I was arrested, and I waited for the trial. Well, the trial happened today, and here is what happened during the trial. The Crown prosecutor brought 3 witnesses. 2 of them had nothing really to say because they didn't witness anything. And the lady that refused the service, so I am the victim and she's the aggressor. She broke the law. She refused the service based on medical exemption. But that, of course, didn't matter. A victim, I have become victimized twice. So she testified that she recognized me when I was standing in the lineup, and she locked herself in her room, called the police because I was staring at her and she was feeling intimidated. Anyway, there were no evidence today, of course, presented that I was cursing, swearing, yelling, shouting, or causing any disturbance. Actually, I was a victim. I wanted just to pick up my registered mail and they refused a service and called the police. And the police, of course, instead of doing the investigation, instead of actually doing their job, they charged me for trespassing, not wearing a muzzle, and disturbing peace. Telling you, the insanity continues. Today, the judge had the opportunity to hear about this case, and behold, before we started, the Crown prosecutor withdrew the charges. The first charge of not wearing a muzzle was withdrawn immediately, and the second one, trespassing. Of course, I was not trespassing, but I was charged with trespassing. That was also withdrawn. And the only thing they were arguing today, bringing the evidence that was not there, was causing a disturbance, which was a criminal charge. So serious charge, being criminally charged for something you didn't do is no fun. So the judge listened to the case, and it would not even wait until our lawyer Sarah Miller would finish her final submissions. He just said, I've heard enough, and asked me to stand up and render me innocent. I'm not guilty of the crime. Of course, I was never guilty of that crime. It was I am a political prisoner in this province. Jason Kenney, UCP party is forwarding this craziness, this attack on our liberties left and right, and UCP party has not stopped doing this persecution and prosecution of everyone that dares to stand against their tyranny. As you know, the boys in Quds that participated in the freedom convoy has been charged with criminal charges, mischief over 5,000, which has the maximum penalty of 10 years. So the fight continues. The UCP corrupted, evil, wicked government continues persecuting and prosecuting free Canadians, free Albertans. So I have another trial next month for breaches of the court release conditions, and then I got a $100,000 ticket for feeding the homeless people, which is still pending. 3 more days. We already finished, and 3 more days the Crown Prosecutor wants in December, and then February is the big trial for the Quds for interfering with the crucial infrastructure under the Defense Act, and for mischief over 5,000, and I think another breach. So keep praying for me, but we'll keep winning. I guess your prayers are more powerful than all of the tyranny. We are winning case after case. I know we're going to win them all. The truth in the end wins. So stay with us, pray with us. I'm very excited to report that good news to you. So it's a beautiful, amazing day. I'm looking forward to more days. As you know, I'm going to be touring around Alberta and meeting with you, meeting with the people all over this beautiful country, and sharing our vision for the Independence Party of Alberta, for the freedom that we are advocating, for the referendum that we want to give it to you when elected, for destroying the tyrannical mandates and restrictions that were never based on science, were all political, just like the Minister of Justice, Casey Madu, stated. As you remember, he said those things were not about science, but about politics. So that tells you everything. If their own ranks are breaking, their own people are turning on each other and breaking the silence and actually telling the people what really was taking place, that tells you everything. So another great day, another victory. Thank you so much for supporting us. If you want to be part of what we're doing, please go to streetchurch.ca. I'm going to put the links in the video as well, so you can become part of what we're doing. As you know, we are feeding thousands of people on the streets of Calgary. The lineups are bigger and bigger. There's lots of hurting people, especially now when the economy is collapsing, and they're not stopping. The prices are getting higher and higher. The gasoline is more expensive. It looks like the UCP is determined to finish us off. So that's why we need you more than ever. Go to streetchurch.ca or pick any ways that you can become part of what we're doing. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for prayers. Thank you for attending the church services. As you know, 3 times a week we're feeding the homeless people on the streets of Calgary. Twice a week we are meeting in the building. If you're in Calgary area, come and join us. In Dover, I'm going to put the date. I'm going to put the dates and also the address in the description. So be blessed. Thank you again. Thank you. May God bless you. May He keep you and protect you wherever you go. Stay healthy and hold on to the truth, because in the end of the day, we know the truth will set the captives free. Our eyes have been opened. Now we got to pray for other people's eyes to be open as well. So keep preaching the truth, and the truth will keep setting those captives free. Be blessed, and see you next time.